Still in the basement, no longer alone, with my homegirl Therese on the microphone. Music politics are just chatting it up. Brunch in the basement, see that's what's up. You never know who might run through. Legendary artist or someone brand new. You miss a lot when you miss one day. At least that's what I heard somebody say. But it doesn't really matter what whoever says. It's always a good show with Javon and Therese. Yeah. Brunch in the basement with Javon and Therese. Yeah. You see who we got today or what we doing today. Yeah. Whatever it is, it's going to be good. Woo! And it's a Wednesday night, and it's going to be twice as nice. We got two super duper guests coming up for you today. So sit back, relax, and enjoy the ride.
Doesn't mean that you're frowning all day long. And it surely doesn't mean, cause it's dark, that the whole damn day is gone. And even though it's dreary outside, doesn't mean so in our minds. See it as an opportunity for us to spend some time. Let's get home. It's a regular day. You should stay with me today. Don't work your life away. At home, we can chill and lay, laugh and play. Enjoy joy. Let's just stay home. Let's get at home. It's a regular day. You should stay with me today. Don't work your life away. At home, we can chill and lay, laugh and play. Enjoy joy. Let's just stay home today. There's no need to dress, just lay back and relax, and let's vibe for just a minute. I'll cook your favorite foods while we dine, have some wine with a strawberry in it. We can do what you want to do, even if it means nothing at all. I just wanna spend the day with you. Let's take advantage of this little bit of rainfall. It's a rainy day. You should stay with me today. Don't work your life away. At home, and chill and lay, laugh and play. Enjoy joy. Let's just stay home. Let's get at home. It's a rainy day. Don't go away with me today. Don't work your life away. At home, we can chill and lay, laugh and play. Enjoy joy. Let's just stay home today.
Okay. All right. What happened there? Complete blackout. I'm telling you, I'm telling you, I'm telling you, I'm gonna go out and come back. Rez, can you hear me?
I can hear you.
Because I can't hear you.
You can't hear me?
Ah,
Oh,
it's been
man.
one of these days. Let's see what's up.
Okay. You going to pop in and out?
Stop this.
And for those of you who can hear me,
Nothing.
hello. Microphone checker 1 2. Microphone checker 1.
I'm gonna step out. You said you can hear both of us, Pops?
Yeah, he said he can hear both.
Huh.
All of our YouTube followers, please subscribe and share on your social media pages now. In the Basement with Javon and Therese.
Let's see what happens here, because I still can't hear Rez.
Oh, okay. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
I can hear you.
Can we hear the music?
The audience can hear you. No?
All right.
I can hear you.
See this? Move myself. Still can't hear me, Rez?
I can hear you.
You can hear me?
Yes.
But I can't hear you.
You can't
I
hear
want
me?
to hear you.
Oh, that's no good.
Okay, let me see what's going on. Let's see.
Well,
hello.
Pop out and come back. Pop out and come back.
Go out and come back in.
Yes. Hey, Lady V. Hey, Pop. How are you guys doing tonight? Peace and blessings to the room, to you and to you, Pop. Thank you for joining in. We got a great show tonight. We're going to be chopping it up with comedian Mike Winfield. And we're going to be chopping it up with our girl, Rhona Bennett. It's going to be awesome. How you doing, Jay? Can you hear me? Can you hear me, Jay? Check. 1 2.
There's always something.
I can hear you whispering, too. I can hear you. So how's everybody doing tonight? Well, while she's working on the technical stuff, I'm just going to say that to everybody listening, and I'm glad you're well, Lady V. Thank you. And thank you for sharing the show. We appreciate you. And while everybody is on right now, I just want to call your attention to a petition that's going around today for George Floyd. It is a petition that's circulated by Sean from a call to action, actually. And Sean King is sharing this petition in hopes that we can bring his 4 murderers to justice. The murderer and his accomplices in Minneapolis, the police
1 2 1 2
to justice. So this is what the petition is about. I encourage you, if you see it, sign it. It's not enough that they were fired. It's not enough that, they lost their job. The insane, I just don't even have a word for what that act was. It's difficult. In fact, midway through it, I just found myself in a plethora of just tears, and outrage to say the very least. So if you see the petition by Sean King that he's circulating, please sign it. We want to make them more than accountable. We want to imprison them, and preferably, like I said, in anyone who follows my Facebook page or my Instagram page, I made a public note that the person, the officer that used his knee to murder him should have a life sentence connected to that act, because it was one of the most inhumane acts I've ever seen in my life, you know. And the idea that he it just looked really, really, oh man, it just takes my breath away to even talk about it. My Facebook and IG name is Therese Michelle, the same one, TEREZ, M as in man, YCHELLE, on all my platforms. You know, and some platforms it's T Michelle, but it's Therese Michelle mostly, on IG and Instagram and Facebook and Twitter. Yeah. So you know, I hope everybody's having a good night and safe, and your families are safe. And if not, you know, I say prayers daily that I hope cover anybody that has touched my life or whose lives we touch. You know, but today we're gonna have a good chop up, and you know, Javon is working out some kinks on the other side, and you know, we'll see what's popping. Let me see. Today was a pretty good day for me. Got a lot of work accomplished, got a tremendous amount of great energy and feedback for some reports that I'm putting together. You know, and just watching this whole, you know, I'm on the East Coast, the East Coast of New York City, I'll say, for those of you listening abroad and in the States. And what that means is that, you know, as you know, New York was the epicenter for the United States for the coronavirus. So it's important that we have consistency in our leadership. It's important that we social distance and continue with the protocols, because the reality is it hit New York very, very heavy. And based on conversations that I'm hearing, it is going to have a resurgence again. So we just have to make sure that we are practicing what we say we're going to do. Shout out to Crystal Atmosphere. I see you, Ma. Good to see you. You know, just you know, we just have to make sure that we keep each other accountable and safe, and make sure that when you're around your loved ones and you get relaxed in the houses, that, you know, you could be in the houses and go visit, but just make sure that you know, you're protecting yourself, and you know, you're keeping a safe space, particularly around our babies and seniors and everybody in between. You know, this is where the community is.
Absolutely.
All right. Yay. She's back.
Yes, I can hear you. I just can't hear you through my headphones. So I think I blew something out as I was, you know, I'm always doing too much.
Too much?
I'm always doing too much, Rezi. I'm always doing too much.
That's why we love you. You a team too much, and we love you. Team too much love.
You know what I'm saying? But, you know, we're going to make it do what it do. So I just want to say that I don't know what you were talking about earlier, but
I was just sharing my day, you know, just sharing my day and kind of chopping it up.
Did you have a good one?
I had a great informative day, you know, because I'm in the planning mode. And when I get in the weeds with the planning stuff, I start to map out my stuff, and I like to talk to people who are actually doing and in the front lines. And I want to say, for that matter, shout out to Nick Hurt, Dr. Nick Hurt. He is one of the front line. He's a triple boarded physician, and he's out there working 12-hour shifts to keep us safe. And he's always a great go-to. He does a lot of intensive and critical care, and he's, you know, sharing some of his experiences, and he's a dear friend. And I just, you know, I appreciate him and want to keep him lifted during this time.
Absolutely. And speaking about keeping oneself and keeping each other and staying lifted, I I'm really happy to have this particular gentleman onto the show. He was on the show a few years ago. I don't even, to be honest, I can't remember how I found him, or I must have been doing some YouTube, rummaging, like going through looking for something funny, something cute or something. I don't know. And I love comedy. When I'm feeling down, tell me some jokes.
Mhm.
And this guy was pretty unique and quite funny. And then I went to see him in New Brunswick. He actually hooked us up with some tickets. So you hook me up with some tickets, that makes me more likely to be there. Uh, you know what I'm saying? To show up. Um, He has, oh my goodness, he's had so many recent specials on MTV, HBO, Amazon Prime. Um, he's appeared on multiple platforms, and he's done some acting as well. And with that, I'm very pleased if I can make it happen. Yep, there it is.
Wow.
Mike
Wow.
P.
Nice.
Winfield,
Man, in the
yeah.
building. You got it right. You said funny, cute, unique. You said everything I like. Thank you,
I
Bennett.
know it, baby.
What a pleasure. You guys look amazing, man. Thanks for having me on.
I am
Well, thank
loving
you.
that afro, my brother. How are
Hey,
you?
Pristine, right?
hey, you know what? This
Pristine.
is wild because, man, I feel terrible. I was about to make excuses because I have not had my hair done in like 2 months. It's been at least 60 plus days. So this thing is managing. It's hanging on as long as it can.
It's doing its own thing, huh?
Yeah, it got a mind of its own. It's just doing what it does.
But it's looking very us and very uniquely us. Like I'm loving
You
it.
know what I'm saying?
I'm
Great.
loving it.
I'll take that.
Yes,
Yeah.
yes, yes. How are you
So how have you
feeling?
been, man?
Hey, you know what, man? We in a whole different world right now. It's just been interesting because my job is not so much essential outside the house. So what I have been doing is finding other ways. So, man, it's funny too, man. Someone asked me about this. One of the essential jobs is the grocery store, you know?
True.
So obviously we go grocery shopping every few days, but before I did stand up full time, I worked in a grocery store for like 13 years. So now every time I go back in the store, I'm like, damn, I could still have a job right now.
See,
But I went out here dream chasing.
following that
know.
voice.
So otherwise, though, really all is well. Man, one of the things for me is that we are going through this together, the entire world. So I don't have time to like be all sympathetic for myself. Like, man, everybody got their challenges, and I decided not to be sad about it. Just find other ways, and that's what I'm doing. I'm just finding other ways. I'm home more. I get to walk my dog again. I get to see my family. So it's kind of like, yo, let's really ride out this silver lining.
Now I know you know Javon. And allow me to introduce myself. I'm Therese, and I hear a slight twang in your voice.
Oh yeah, do you hear something?
I hear a little something. Tell the folks who have not met you face to face before where you're from.
All right, great. Yeah, born and raised Baltimore, Maryland.
There you go.
Is that the twang?
That's the twang. That's the twang, baby.
Yeah. I'm from Baltimore, Maryland. Merlin. What we say, and man, yeah, that's the hometown, man. I'm West Coasting it now. That's where entertainment takes you, or life at certain times. So I'm West Coasting it right now. Yeah, man, that's where the roots come from, is out that way. So, that's the life.
Nice.
Yeah.
Why comedy for you? Why that route?
Very interesting. So for me, man, I feel like everybody funny, and I just remember hanging out with homeboys. We all got jokes. Everybody got jokes. But man, I think there's another line to a person like some type of, I don't want, it's another word for crazy, but who's willing to literally get in front of people comfortably and decide this is what you want to do. And I think that's one of the things for me. And I learned it through the course of different stages of life. I used to MC all the events in high school.
Okay.
And they used to select me. I didn't know. I did this in middle school too. They just used to say, hey, Mike, you want to MC? I'm like, yeah, why not? You know, then it kept going. And this is even after comedy. I was in like speech class, you know, and I just liked the feeling of being in front of people. And I could feel people kind of like staring at me like they never seen like a cartoon character in real life before, you know, and I just felt that energy of people anticipating that something funny is gonna come out my mouth. Like you could see that look when like people are like, yo, man, I don't know what he's gonna say, but it's gonna be something, you know? And I could genuinely feel that energy. And then you find out like, hey man, why not try stand up? And I did it. I tried it. And that's a whole different level of expectations. You know, that's not like when you with your peeps and y'all just doing it. This is people who have paid their $5 to get in and they have expectations. They demand laughter.
$5 whole, not $4.99. $5 worth.
$5. Yeah, man. You know, you've been at work all day. You get to the front door, you hit them with that $5 and you demand laughter. And somehow it's fell into place in a way that is amazing. It's like it's opened up all types of doors, just, you know, getting up and writing and telling jokes.
Well, quite frankly, you are an essential worker. I don't care what nobody says.
We're trying to tell them.
And let me just say this, Mike, that even when people have free tickets and they see a comedian, they like, this better be funny. Even if they ain't pay nothing. Don't have me sitting here and you ain't funny. The demand is real.
Yeah, it is. Even on that free admission, you are correct. Right. That's great though. Like, I know what I signed up for. I get it, man. But it's great, man. That's people are gonna lay expectations on you. And man, so what? Like, that's what we signed up for. It's gonna be hard, but it's gonna be some amazing times. But yeah, I'm completely, hey, I'm with you. Yes.
What would you, how would you describe your particular brand of comedy? Somebody's crunching. Is that you?
Hey. Wait a minute, man. I hear a little cruncher too.
Yeah.
I hope it's not me. Oh, let me take out a plug or something. Maybe that'll change something.
Okay. Maybe. No.
Oh, you know what I got? I got a mic stand. Let me use my mic stand.
It could be me. Let's see what happens.
I don't hear a crunch right now. Okay. I'm going to just stay right here. Hey, you know, though, as far as my particular brand, here's my goal, and then I'll get to the brand. My goal is to kind of find my lane and go so far down it that it's like, man, I've seen things, but I haven't seen that yet. And that's kind of what I'm focusing on. And that starts with me just talking about very personal experiences in my life. And I get very personal about relationships, love, opinions, ideas, and general observations. So that's my comedy. And I think that my point of view is only unique because all the dots aren't connected in me. So it makes me say things that may not be the common opinion. It's just because I'm a slightly off, but I don't want to be. I want to be like sharp, but you know, I can only be what I am.
Amen. As we all.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah, right. So that's where I would put my comedy for now. And man, what I love about life is that every day there's a new experience to grow from, and you never stop learning. So you just keep learning, and then you just have more to add to whatever, you know, weaponry you have. And that's what my plan is.
Yeah. Siobhan is very funny, you know. I don't know if you knew that. She's very, she is.
Really? Not in front of a comedian, please.
No. I can see it. I can feel that.
I'm trying to soak it up from him. You know, I'm trying to soak it up.
She's the funniest kind. She doesn't try to be. She just is very funny.
Yeah, that natural, organic funny.
Yeah, like this natural gray up here, man. This thing is, yo, that's what's up though. So so Mike, a big part of your stand up has been around your relationship with your wife and your
Absolutely.
stepson.
Yes. Yes.
So
Mm.
so let's talk about that. I don't want to ask any questions
No, yeah,
because
you're
that
right.
would be
You're right.
rude.
Now, this is interesting. Like a lot of times when I do interviews, you know, across the country, I've been in studios, I've been places on mics just like this, and it's been me being free. Well, nowadays, you know how you guys are like right on like a screen. You know how there's the back to your screen, like the back side of your computer? That's exactly where my wife is now for every single interview. So now, man, I never felt eyes on you like that, man. And it's like, I think my comedy is, it's a little more, maybe this is how I should have felt all the times when I was on stage, is like, she's there watching me right now. But now, more than ever, I know that she is right here, just right there. And
you've said too much. Is that?
But man, here's the thing, man. Like we joke like that, man. And like from day one, she's been there. She's been there. She's known the jokes, you know, and they take time to grow. Like like when we first tell a joke, it's not where we ultimately want it to be. It'd be nice if it was, but it doesn't work like that. You got to be in different audiences where you can sharpen it up. So when people see your jokes in the beginning, that's how comedians lose their careers, because that joke that wasn't developed gets leaked, and he's like, no, that's not what I meant. I'm like still doing this. And that's how I feel right now. That's me right now when I'm working out wife material right now, but she's seeing it at the very beginning when it's not sharp. So we have conversations to go on like afterwards and stuff.
But it was good. It was all good. It was funny to me.
No, I'm gonna get more specific. So yeah, I am married. I've been married like years now, man. My wife's older. I got a stepson, and me and him, we like the same age. So I call him step man. So what I'm doing is trying to navigate love and life, and also being a parent to an old ass stepkid man. You know, like that takes. You know, I don't know. You don't know if you're ready for that. You just jump into it. And you just think like, okay, love is the answer. Love's gonna get me through this, and it can help. Love is a good component, but it's not enough. You need like experience, mentorship, patience. There's a whole list of other qualities that you just need to just have things be what you would call successful. Yes. So there's been a lot of failures on my part, but look, I'm learning.
So question. So when you have your material, does your wife vet it out first? Does she hear it?
No. The thing is, she won't. Because I've tried jokes on her before. She don't think anything is funny. So everything I try to her, she just stares back at me with this cold stare. So I found that she's not my best subject to test the material on. Whereas if I go try it on an audience member, you know, on the crowds, okay. I'm like, I knew that was funny. Like, she just ice grilled me with just zero. And she's like, that's not funny. And I'm like, oh. So I would kill the joke and never try it. So I had to, you know, take these things to real audiences and trial and error with them. So no, I do not vet them past her any longer.
Well, can I just say, there's this one routine that you kind of did, and I don't like to spoil. I don't want to be a spoiler or anything, but when you said, you know, that she could spoil your time before you even get there, and you're like, okay, I'm leaving now. And she's like, you already left your whole night. That thing.
Right. I remember a version of that. So what was going on is like she didn't want me going to clubs and stuff. So she would try to haunt my entire evening. Like, and it didn't happen until I was walking out the door. So I'm like, all right, well, I'm about to leave. She's like, you've already left. So I've been the whole night. I'm like, how could I have left if I was there? You know, like the whole night I'm focused on my homie's like, yo, Mike, you all right? I'm like, have I left? Like my whole night. And that's what relationships do to you, man. Like when you don't have the gift of saying, go out and have fun, enjoy yourself. When you don't have that blessing, the whole night you're like, all right, was you mad, problems? And I think that's just a testament to how much I care in my relationship.
Absolutely.
That's what the bottom line. I cared that much. And because of her, my evening was ruined.
Just because she said have a good night, and you like, nah, you have a good night.
Right. When she said have fun, she don't mean it. Nobody means have fun when they say it. That's disrespectful. That's inconsiderate. Yeah, you have fun. I know what this is. You're pissed off right now. She don't want me to have fun. Nah.
So funny. You have to be careful, they say, because when you live with an artist of any kind, you may end up being a source of their material. So, keep it cute.
Yeah. No one understands the mind of the artist. They'll never understand. The artist is somewhere else.
All up in here.
Yeah, it's another world only another artist could understand.
Who are some of the comics that inspire you?
Man, like even to this day, man, there's a few that like I really still admire and they push me. Guys like Patrice O'Neal, R.I.P. man, I'm super fan. Cat, man, I love Cat. Cat is one of those examples of people who I feel like went down his own lanes. So like it's nobody like that. Like whether you like the comedy or not, nobody's doing that. And that's what I like about stand-ups, Like some of the first guys that really pulled me was like Martin with the charisma. Like Martin to me was one of the most likable of all time stand-ups. He just like one of them dudes you want to be around. He's just on, he's funny. And it taught me that there's so many different components to stand-up. It's like you just feeling somebody or liking somebody or being a good writer. There's just a whole bunch of other pieces that go into this. And if I could get like a little bit of all of those, then I got something.
Nice. Yeah, for sure. What would you say since you've been on in some of the places that you've already appeared, what are you learning technically about the business of comedy?
Oh, man. I feel like the business don't really care about anybody. The business they don't love you. It's up to you to put in the work and to be happy with, what you achieve, man, and live in those moments. Like celebrate yourself when you have an accomplishment because it's really roller coaster style. Like sometimes you're real high and sometimes you're incredibly low, and just know that that's a norm in this. And, I set goals. And there's things I want, but man, the journey in itself is another part of the business that you just can't take for granted. Like look back at what you've done, be happy, and just kind of keep going. So I mean, there's a lot to the business. Like I really think that as far as artists, if you want more, you gotta shine. Whatever your version of shining is, whether it's being the funniest, being the like driest, like whatever it is, it got to be people like talking about you in some way, and that shine will get you to the next thing, whatever that next thing is.
Was it anything that you've learned so far from the business aspect that made you go, wow, what is this here? Like,
man, just being like how easily you could just be chewed and spit out. Like people could just be on you. And this is not like from a fan standpoint. This is more from like people you work with. And next thing you know, it's just like they don't fool with you anymore. You got to get hot. It's just like you could be hot. And then when you're not, you out. So it's just like my whole thing has been create your own buzz,
Mm.
create your own heat, and that's how you get on versus like waiting. Waiting has never helped.
Right.
I mean, I literally have 2 stand-up specials, hour specials. One of them is because I just felt like no one was offering me an hour or a half hour, and I felt that I was ready. So I was just like, all right, I'm making my own. And I did. I shot my own hour special, and that special led to me getting another one on Amazon Prime. So there's literally one on Amazon Prime that's titled Step Man, based off of like my life and my wife and Step Man, and that's what it's about. But it didn't happen until I went out and did the legwork for myself to create those opportunities.
Yeah. My wife has a saying. She says that you don't expect anybody, any manager, anybody to pour into you more than you pour into yourself. You know,
Right.
so the investment in yourself, either seen and unseen investments, you know, because there are a lot of things that you do to set yourself up for the next thing, you know.
Right.
And, diversifying is key, you know.
Yeah. And for me, the diversifying part is like being able to act and not even just stand-ups, dramas. Like I just enjoy it all. You know, like, yeah, this is a movie called Pimp that's out right now with Keke Palmer.
Yeah.
And that was one of those opportunities where it wasn't all laughy jokey. It was like, oh man, we're dealing with some serious subjects right now. And I get to, you know, embrace myself in a real role. That's kind of what I want more of. I want to play that real character that's like people can connect with and see. And I enjoy it all. I love it, whether it's comedy or drama.
We debuted.
Congratulations on that role, by the way.
Thank
That's
you.
what's up.
We had Keke with us last summer. Well, no, we do a festival every May, the LGBT Arts and Culture Music Festival, and we debuted Pimp there, and it's a piece.
Oh, really?
Yes.
Hey,
Yeah.
Look at that. Look at that.
Yeah.
You ain't even know you was in Mexico.
Yeah. She was there, and she hung out with us, and we debuted Pimp there, and she did a Q&A. It was really dope. It was in Mexico, and she's a phenomenon, and just a ball of energy. You know, she hung out with us the entire weekend, and we were just talking about her approach to the role and the film itself, and how real it was in a lot of senses, and gritty. Just that grit. Yeah, it was a really nice finish. I liked it. I liked it a lot.
Yeah, we met the lady who it was based off of too, and I was like, whoa, this is heavy. And like you said about Keke, man, she's so talented and so interesting. When you think about like how she has been to be so young, when you talk to her, you think she's like at least 50, you know, because she has a lot of like wisdom for somebody that is as young as she is.
Yeah. On one hand, you're talking to her mom to get her engaged, and then on the other hand, you're talking to her about life stuff, and she's just plugged in and rolling. Like she's like,
oh yeah.
Oh
yeah. They didn't stop either, man. Her and her mom, they just was like here, next, and they just keep moving. Which you gotta be like that. You know, I admire it. You know, you just gotta be what's next, what's on the move, where we going. It's how you stay busy in this business.
So what's next? What's next for you, Mike?
Well, I got a couple of things, man. There's something on Netflix that just came out. It's called Cook with Cannabis. So I'm on an episode of that. It's like a cannabis cooking show. And they had comedian judges on it. So we was on there for one of those episodes. I'm on episode 6. And then this other show that's just so bizarre. It's just the weirdest thing out. It's the show called Pet Judge. So it's it's set up like Judge Judy People's Court, like one of those shows. And Gary Busey's the judge, and I'm the bailiff. So I'm the bailiff in this court where they are reviewing pet cases. Where people come in with animal cases that happen, and it's just way out the box. It's one of those things, man, where you sit down and you don't like know what's going on, and you like, can't stop watching. It's one of those shows where you're
It's brilliant idea.
Yeah, you know,
Because,
it's one of those things, especially, right?
I say all the time with my friends, there's a certain population of folks that prefer animals over people, and they go hard, and they're like babies where everybody thinks their pet is the cutest, you know, and they excuse the behavior of an obnoxious pet, you know, and pets get into stuff, and you know, just the expectation of pets are so high in this country.
Right.
That I'm gonna watch. I
feel like we did 6 episodes of that, and I just know that there's people like, why did you guys stop? Like, especially during quarantine times. This is one of them shows where you're like, I have nothing else to do, and this is perfect for when you have nothing to do. This is that type of show, you know. And otherwise, man, I'm still in the creation, man. Like, every time I tell somebody about my life and Stepman and my wife, they're like, why is that not a show? And I'm like, you're right. So that's in progress too. I stay constantly working on that until that door opens. And every day I just feel like I'm closer to that opportunity. And we getting there. It's a show. It should be on TV.
I'm digging it. I am digging it. I've been following you for a few years now, and I think it was the whole Stepman concept that kind of pulled me in. So there must be somebody else out there that you know thinks it's funny too.
Yeah,
you've been rocking and rolling with it for a long time.
Absolutely, yeah, man. I'm locking that concept in, and like it just makes so much sense. I mean, it's real. People, even if they don't have that situation in their house, they can connect with it. Like this was like when I was doing all my tours and stuff. People was coming to me after the show like, man, we don't have a step man, but we got a step woman, you know, and they would show me their kid or something like that. And that's where, man, the thread is. This shows us all like we connect, man. Like we all like go through our different trials and errors of life, but you know, we do have a common thread in there where we can all connect to stuff and laugh together.
Exactly. And you know what? Love is always the common denominator.
Facts.
It is. Yeah.
It's always love, you know.
Facts.
So with that, man, I want to thank you. Tell everybody how they can follow you and find you and everything. Hunt you down.
So, I'm gonna tell you it all. So like Mikey Winfield is basically gonna get you there. It's 2 E's in the middle. So it's like Mike, E, and Winfield. And that'll get you across the board from Instagram to Twitter to Facebook. If you want to go and get all 3 of them, go to bigassteeth.com. So if you go there, that website will get you right to it'll get you right to everything. And then you just click on the link and pick one. And I did that because people remember it. Everybody remembers Big Ass Teeth when it's over. They're driving home like, what was his name? And then they're like, Big Ass Teeth. And then boom, that'll get you there right to the MikeWinfield.com. And that's the goal, man. You got to shine, you know?
That's it, man.
I love your personality, man.
Isn't he a beautiful brother?
He really is.
What does that shirt? What does your shirt say, man?
Oh, it says a lot, man, but it says beautiful black queen, and it has got a picture of a strong black woman, something. Yeah, something like unstoppable. Just a bunch of adjectives, positive character traits about my beautiful black woman. So yeah, that's my
you know we digging that. Thank you so much, Mike, and thank your wife for allowing us to borrow you for tonight. We appreciate it.
Hello, we said hi.
I will pass on the word. Hey, really, I appreciate you guys. Thank you for having me.
Yeah, we're gonna have you back. I'm gonna keep following you, and you know, whenever you do something that look halfway interesting, we're gonna drag you back.
I'll take that.
All right, baby. Good to see you. He just bounced.
He said, "Pew." That's what you call pew. Nice brother, man. Nice brother. You see, I love the fact that his smile stayed on. He has one of those talking smiles. You know?
Yes.
Yeah, because I'm not a smiler. I'm just like I laugh inside on the inside. You know, I'm a laugher, not necessarily a smiler. But you
Yeah.
know, I like those faces that just have permanent smiles when they talk. It's just like it just makes you perk up, right?
Exactly. So I'm not gonna do anything about it.
It's
Okay.
not working. It's not doing. It's not clicking now.
So that must have been him. But I'm not gonna do anything about the fact that I don't have for right now my sound board stuff
Hmm.
ain't like my music, which is upsetting because we have a singer coming on and I can't play her stuff. But it's always
Hmm.
something.
You know what? She is not just a singer, though.
No, this is true. She's an actress,
So this is how
life
we get away with this.
coach. This is true.
She's going to talk about her life, and she's got a lot of stuff going on.
She does. She is so interesting. You know what I'm saying? Like she's the type of person that the more you look at her and look her up, the better it gets, the more interesting it gets. Oh my God. She's phenomenal. She's
Hmm.
phenomenal.
Yeah,
From the
yeah.
Mickey Mouse Club to and I mean acting, Jamie Foxx singing with In Vogue. Hey Trina, how you doing, baby? She said, "Hi, Miss Armstrong." You can always tell the people that either are related to me or have worked with me. If they work with me, for the most part, "Hi, Miss Armstrong," which always surprises me that they still even talk to me. But
Aw.
I know I give them heat, but
You have one of those unforgettable. Like I can see when somebody makes a connection, it would be a lifetime connection.
yeah, I try. I love everybody, and every soul that I've touched, especially if there's someone that I worked with, someone that I supervise, especially, I feel like it's my responsibility to help them to do a good job. Regardless of what that means, that could mean listening to you about things that have nothing to do with the job.
Hmm.
you know it could People don't understand that. You need to connect with people in order to teach people and help them to grow.
Mhm, mhm, mhm,
And as a leader, that's your
mhm,
job, to help the people that you lead grow so that they can one day lead you and you can go sit your ass down.
mhm, mhm. Yeah. Ain't nothing like somebody pushing your wheelchair that you did good by. You know you ain't going off no cliffs. You
You
know,
know what I'm saying? Oh, you kind of funny too, Rez.
you know you're
Yo,
gonna follow that path, you're not gonna be in a ditch. How's
you know
that?
what I'm saying? Hey, Pops, how you doing? I didn't get to address you because I was finagling with my stuff. I don't know why it's not working today. My wheels are like, how can I fix this? But it's not a smart thing to try to fix stuff in the middle of a show. I realize now that it looks crazy. It just looks crazy. Like, Javon, what are you doing? Don't worry, y'all just keep on without me. No, that's insanity. Just let it go. So, yeah, I'm just gonna
Well,
let.
if you're listening, and shout out to everybody. Let's go through and see who's popping let's see who the company is. Jay, shall
Ooh, go ahead, give the shout outs. Because of course I'm not listening to myself. I'm actually trying something.
we? Okay. So I want to start by saying thank you guys for tuning in tonight. We are super excited that you are here. As always, our mini co-hosts. Shout out to Pop, of course. We love you. Pop, shout out to Lady V. Okay, she's in the building, and she's part of your crew there. Shout out to P Boogie. I see you, baby. What's happening? We love you. We love you. Trina Marshall, shout out to you, my dear. And Miss Dolores Armstrong, one of my faves. Shout out to you, Ma. How you doing?
My mom?
Yes, your mom. Shout out to Coach Queen. Love you, baby. Hope you're feeling well. Shout out to Charlene. How you doing? And of course, the lovely Crystal Atmosphere is in the building. And all of our favorite. What are you laughing at over there?
I'm laughing at my mother. She said, I thought I was Miss Armstrong. I forgot that this was your show. You're Mrs. Armstrong.
Yeah, Pop, she said she was having some problems. Something happened on that jam she was playing. And
Yeah. Anaya Day, stay at home. And I know I can fix it, but I would have to shut the whole thing down and bring it back up. But I don't want to do that. But let me just see something right now. Let me see if this
you don't tinker.
won't work at all. You know me, I gotta tinker.
I'm gonna have to do my In Vogue impression. I don't want to, but I'll do it.
Not at
I don't want to. I really don't want to, but I'll do it. I'll do it. I don't want to though, but I'll do it.
Honestly, you know what? We have like 20 minutes before she has to come on,
Okay.
and we could kind of reboot. That's the only way to fix it.
Would you guys mind if we reboot for a second so we can come back so she can play? Because, Rhona's got, she's part of a trio that's kind of legendary right now. And it would be a shame not to have the music. Although, if it worked out to be that way, because she is Rhona Bennett and she's got a whole lot of other stuff going on, we could chat. So weigh in on this, guys. You mind if we reboot it to come back? Because she's scheduled on at, 8:15?
Yeah.
8:15 she's scheduled on. So would you guys mind if we rebooted it? Plus her solo hits too. Yes. Plus her solo hits too.
So what do you say? I'm gonna leave this in Pop's hands. What Pop says? Reboot. Pop. And by the way, Ulysses Carter is our producer. So everyone, just give us about a good 3 to 4 minutes. Let me reboot everything, and we'll be right back.
All
right. And the way you're watching, if you're watching via YouTube, if you subscribe, you'll see exactly when we come back on, because you'll get a notification. The YouTube page is WJBR Internet Radio. If you subscribe to that page right now, you'll see when we reboot. You'll get the message. Otherwise, if you're watching from Facebook, just hang out and I guess you'll see the next broadcast pop up. Right. We be back. Promise. Mwah. Rezzy, don't go nowhere. I miss you, baby. It's my girl right there. We be back, y'all.
All right.